The Apple Watch Ultra has had the same problem for 3 generations straight. Every year, Apple announces a new Ultra. Every year, it looks almost identical to the one before it. And every year, the people who bought the previous version feel perfectly fine about not upgrading. Not this year. Because the Ultra 4 is doing something Apple has not done to this watch since the original launched in 2022. It is changing the outside, the inside, and what it is actually capable of measuring, all at once. And one of the upgrades is something no smartwatch company has ever pulled off at this scale. Start with the design, because 4 generations in, this watch is finally getting a genuine makeover. Supply chain sources and DigiTimes both confirmed Apple is shaving around 15% off the chassis thickness. And on a watch that has always been criticized for sitting too high on the wrist, 15% is not a minor adjustment. It makes the watch lighter, more comfortable to sleep in, and far less intrusive during the kind of all-day wear that is supposed to be the entire point of a health tracking device. At the same time, the bezels around the display are shrinking, creating a meaningfully larger viewing area without making the watch case itself bigger. So it is thinner, and yet has more screen. That is the kind of design improvement that actually shows up in photos and in person. But the most important upgrade on the Ultra 4 is not something you will ever see. It is on the back of the watch. Apple is completely replacing the sensor layout, moving from the current arrangement to a new ring-shaped system with 8 individual sensors. That is roughly double what is inside the current Ultra. Now here is the honest context on that number, because most channels just report 8 sensors as if the number alone tells you something. More sensors does not automatically mean 8 new health features. What it means is that the readings you already have, heart rate, blood oxygen, skin temperature, become significantly more accurate because there are more data points captured simultaneously. The gap between what Apple Watch claims to measure and what actually matches clinical-grade readings has been one of the real criticisms from serious athletes and health professionals for years. 8 sensors is Apple directly addressing that gap, and that is arguably more valuable than adding a headline feature most people never use. Now the chip, and this is where the source video gets something wrong. The Ultra 4 is expected to run on the new S12 chip, built on a 3nm process. Not 2nm as some reports have suggested, but 3nm refined, which still delivers meaningful efficiency gains over the current generation. The key number is battery life, and Garmin has pointed to 72 hours as Apple's target for the Ultra 4 in standard mode. Up from 60 hours on the Ultra 3, that is a genuine improvement, though still comfortably behind the multi-day endurance of Garmin's dedicated outdoor watches. Whether you care about that gap depends entirely on what you use the watch for. Weekend adventure, the Ultra 4 is more than fine. Month-long expedition without charging infrastructure, you are still looking at Garmin. The display is getting brighter too, reportedly up to 3,500 nits with an updated LTPO3 OLED panel that drops to near zero refresh rates when the wrist is down. Brighter outdoors, more efficient when idle, both useful on a watch worn by people who spend time in direct sunlight by choice. The Ultra 4 lands in September 2026. Pricing expected to stay around $799. And for the first time since the original, it actually looks like a different watch from the one before it. So the honest question is this: real-time blood pressure from your wrist, or is the battery still not matching Garmin closely enough for the people who actually push this thing to its limits? Let us know in the comments below. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.